Lesson 53 today is all about percent, and specifically we're going to be working with percent problems. Now, the first question that we have says, what is 1% of 7,500? And when we look at this problem, the key thing that we have to know is percent means always out of 100. So in this problem, what is, so we're going to say Wn for what number, is 1%. So 1% is 1 out of 100. Of means to multiply, so of 7,500 out of 1. If we set this problem up just like this, we know we have multiplication of fractions. So 1 times 7,500 is 7,500. And 100 times 1 is 100. And if we look at this problem, 7,500 divided by 100, well, we can see that both of these have zeros that will cancel. So we've got one zero that cancels. We've got another zero that cancels. The zeros only cancel if there's one on top and one at the bottom for each of them. And we can see we get our final answer of 75 over 1, which is equal to 75. So what is 1% of 7,500? 75 is. Part B says, what is 34% of 7,500? Now, when we have part A that says what is 1% of 7,500, and we found that's 75, we know 34% of 7,500 will be 34 times bigger than whatever our 1% number was. So, what we have to do is we're going to take 75 and we're going to multiply it times 34 to figure out what our answer is. Let's go ahead and do that operation. 75 times 34. Well, 4 times 5 gives us 20. We're going to carry our 2. 4 times 7 is 28, plus 2 more is 30. We've got 0 as a placeholder. 3 times 5 is 15. We're going to carry our 1 this time, so we'll scratch the 2. 3 times 7 is 21, plus 1 more is 22. So, if we look at our addition, we can see we have no carries, so let's work from left to right. We're going to get 2,550. So what is 34% of 7,500? It must be 2,550. And we've got our answer for question B. Let's move on to the next slide. What is 1% of 67? So similar. What number is 1%? That means 1 out of 100. Of means multiply. 67 out of 1. So in this problem, we're going to go ahead and multiply our fractions. So we're going to get 67 as our numerator. And 100 times 1 is 100. So we get 67 out of 100. What is 1% of 67? Well, 67 out of 100 looks like our answer. Let's go ahead and write this as a decimal. This is equal to, well, 67 divided by 100, 67 hundredths. That must be 67 hundredths. And we've got our answer. We could report this as a fraction, or we could report this as a decimal. Both ways will get us the full credit in this problem because it wasn't specific as which one was being asked for. So both of them are right. Now, part B. If we want to look at part B, what is 140% of 67? Well, we must have to multiply our answer from part A by 140 to figure that out, because 140 is 140 times bigger than 1. For this one, let's use the decimal, 67 hundredths. So let's say 140%, that's 140, because we're multiplying it, we're 140 times bigger than our original answer, times 0.67. And we'll go through our steps. Well, 7 times 0 is 0. 7 times 4 is 28. We're going to carry the 2. 7 times 1 is 7, plus 2 more gives us 9. Okay, we've got a 0 as a placeholder. And then 6 times 0 is 0. 6 times 4 is 24. We've already got a 2. That's nice. So 6 times 1 is 6, plus 2 more is 8. And now we can go ahead and add. So 0 plus 0 is 0. We've got 8 plus 0 is 8. 9 plus 4 is 13. We're going to carry the 1. And 1 plus 8 is 9. So we get an answer of 9,380. But wait, if you said what is 140% of 67 and you had an answer of 9,380, that should seem way too big. And it's correct, that's way too big because we've got to remember to move the decimal out of our second factor 2 times, and then we bring it back in 2 times. Now we have our right answer. Our right answer is 93 and 8/10, or 80 hundredths. You could add the 0 on if you like. You don't have to, because it's the same number. We're all done with this problem. Make sure you've got this copied down into your notes. We'll practice this some more with our lesson practice, page 172, during our next class. Make sure you've got your notes complete, and I'll see you soon.